Okay. Hello, everybody. It is Alice. I am back with a little bit of an update. I've been trying to fill in an update video for the past few weeks, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't get my stuff together to do it. But anyways, I was just laying in bed right now because I'm having some back issues, or my back is really, really sore. And I've been really, really tired. But I was sitting here just chilling, watching some YouTube, going through a list of things that I wanted to get done around the house. And I just got this certain, sudden, motivation to get up and film. So that's what I'm doing. But I also really, really, really want to take out the trash for whatever reason. Like, I have more trash and I can probably take out all the trash later on today, but for whatever reason my head is extremely stuck on taking out some of the trash right now. So I think I'm gonna do that. It'll give me a chance to walk around a little bit, and since I've decided to vlog a little bit, you guys will see me moving around. So again, my surgery was February 3rd. It is now the middle of February, so it's been about 9-10 weeks or so, I would say. So we're about at that mark. So you'll see how I'm moving around. I'm pretty okay. There are days where I am really tired and really sore. Also because I've been trying to unpack. So I've been organizing, reorganizing and stuff like that. So I've been a little sore there, trying to move things around. It's a lot of activity for me, basically, given that I hadn't really had much physical activity since last July. When I was diagnosed and I came home from the ER, and I already had a tube in my side, so that already restricted my movement. So now is the first time since June, July of last year where I don't have a tube sticking out of my body, and I don't have chemo drugs in my system, and I'm sort of starting to feel a little bit more normal. So yes, so today let's go take out some of that trash. Let's see how much trash I have. We're gonna go take out some trash, so let's go. Yeah, so about 2 weeks ago I was what was I doing? I was wallpapering, but not on walls. I was wallpapering, but I was putting the wallpaper, I guess, whatever you call it, down on like a counter. So I guess it was more cabinet papering. I don't know, but because of the position that I kind of had to lean in, I think I kind of broke through some of my muscle memory. Because I've been having a bit of a hard time straightening back up after being in this specific position for so many months, you know. My body had to adjust to learn to use different muscles last summer, again, when I had the tube put into my system or into my body. I'm just tying up the trash bags right now. So, got no more trash anymore. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay. So anyways, sorry, I get distracted really easily these days. Okay. I need a mask because we're going outside. So we're just taking 2 bags of trash. They're pretty light. I just tied them together. Yeah, so your doctor will probably tell you, like, don't lift anything over 20 pounds. And that's kind of where I'm at as well. Okay, let's put on our mask. I do have some masks that I keep like right by the doorway, in case I'm running out and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot. Or unless I'm just doing laundry or something like that. So, okay. All right, let's try this out. This is gonna be interesting. So my trash cans aren't really too far from me, actually. Okay, there's my trash can. A bunch of boxes. I have a bunch of boxes, empty boxes in my house too. And, but I'm gonna need my daughter to bring them down to throw them in the trash because they're bigger and they're heavier. I can't really lift them, or I shouldn't be lifting them yet. This is about as fast as I'm walking. All right, so I don't know if you guys could tell outside, but it was a little gloomy. It's a little cloudy today. It says it's supposed to be cloudy and like cool for the rest of the week apparently. So yeah. All right, so it is, I think it's like, Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 8:44 a.m.
It's 8:44 a.m. Oh, Jesus Christ, superstar. All right.
8:44 a.m. right now. By the way, I have a routine you might like. I can wish you a good morning and more. You want to try it?
No, thank you, Alexa. Yeah, that's
No
Alexa.
problem.
That's Alexa. I'm starting to use Alexa a lot more.
Is a female form of Alexander, and is sometimes also
Alexa,
a
stop.
form of Alexander, both of which come from the
Alexa,
Alexandros, which can be translated
Alexa, stop. I'm still trying to get the hang of it, obviously. Anyways, let's make some coffee. I need coffee. I want coffee. Okay, so I have an espresso. I just bought myself an espresso. So I received a Keurig years ago as a gift, and it started kind of acting up a couple months ago. So I was like, you know what? Let me look into another machine, because I've had this for honestly probably like 10 years by now. So I had just purchased a Nespresso for my daughter and her boyfriend, and they were raving about it. They were just like, it's the place to go for a coffee. Like, if you're gonna have an at-home machine, as far as like beginners go, I guess, you know, because there is an espresso machine. It's actually more of a commercial machine that I have always wanted. If you guys know the brand Miele, then you know. If you know, you know. But of course, there's probably a lot better espresso machine. Oh, you couldn't even see my eyes. There's probably a lot better espresso machines or coffee machines since the Miele machine, because, you know, I discovered that like 20 years ago. Anyways, more like 15 years ago probably. But so anyways, I was looking for like a new coffee maker, new coffee machine. Let me show you. I have all my different coffees right here. I just ordered a whole bunch, so I am freshly, like literally freshly fully stocked. I just unboxed all of these. My delivery was, I think, the day before yesterday, so I put everything out. So I have, let me see, I have espressos over here. I have like a double espresso down there. I have all 3 levels here, and then these are just like all the different coffees that I have. Anyways, that I'm trying out. I've only had the machine since, I want to say, February. I bought it when I came home from the hospital. It could have been like a coffee induced, or not coffee induced. It could be a medically induced purchase, but I have no regrets. I love it, and I'm gonna continue to use it. Anyway, so I'm just gonna pick out a coffee. We got these, so when I bought this, it came with like a little sampler pack, so I still have a couple of those in there. I think I'm gonna do a Colombia. I haven't had a Colombia. So they're like little pods. These are the virtual line. So I don't know. Okay, there you go. But then it has like the information on the back. On the rim of the coffee pods, it has like a scan thingy. So I guess that's how the Nespresso reads the pod. Like the machine reads the barcode on the pod. Let's go grab me a cup. It grabs the, oh my god, I don't talk very much during the week because I'm usually here by myself. So keeping a train of thought is, I have to get used to it again. I don't even remember what I was saying. Anyways, we're gonna get me a cup. Sorry, I get distracted. Like, came over here to get a glass or get a cup and ice, because I want iced coffee today. And then I saw these in the dryer rack, and I'm like, now I'm like trying to put them back together, because I think they're kind of cool. Because like you have like this thing, so they come separate, right? But then it has like this little thing where you pop it off, and then they all separate, so you can use them. But then to store them, you just pop this thing back on, and it keeps them in place, you know what I mean? So like that's kind of pretty cool. I have the spoons and I have the cup. Oh gosh, who is that? Let's go check to see who it is. Hello? Okay, phone call. Insurance stuff, gotta take those. All right, let's get back to, I was making coffee. All right. Oh, these spoon things, I actually ordered Chef's Path. Yeah, it's the brand Chef's Path. They are like food storage containers. And I got these from Amazon. So I got like a bunch of like cereal sized ones and then a bunch of like other sized ones. So yeah, so the past couple of days I've been just kind of like reorganizing that kind of stuff. But oops, let me see. Okay. Yeah, and I also bought this off Amazon. It's like an island cart thingy. I have a pretty small kitchen, so gotta make your own space. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need milk. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need milk. I might be able to last till the weekend. When Kylie comes back, we can go to the market. Alright, so today I'm having the Columbia. I don't know if you can see that. Nope. Nope, not going to show up. Okay. It's the Columbia coffee. Oh, maybe it's not going to... Can't see it that way. Yep, yeah, you can. Love this thing. And yes, it came with a frother. I'm probably not going to use the frother today because I'm just going to make an iced coffee. So, but I figured out that I like to put a couple of cubes of ice in the glass first. And a lot of times I'll use like a glass like this just to make the coffee, and then I'll pour it into like a mug or, you know, something else. Because I've also figured out that some of these pods, like obviously the espresso shots are like shorter, but then some of these coffee pods, they, like the glass of coffee that they make is bigger. So I haven't figured out what is what, but a lot of other people that I've seen make these, like use an espresso and like use the coffee maker and make recipes and stuff like that. They actually have like this like bigger pitcher looking thing, which I kind of want to get to. So yeah. And let's see, what am I gonna have? You know what? I'm gonna open the window. Oh. Yeah, so I'm walking around a lot better lately. Oh my gosh, it's been like sort of night and day. There was like about a week to 2 weeks there where, and I was telling my doctor this, where I thought I was going crazy because I was in so much pain, and it wasn't like hard pain. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh my gosh, let me take a painkiller pain. It was the type of pain, it was the kind of pain where it was just like deep inside, you know what I mean? Like it just felt like it was deep inside your soul, or that's how I kind of felt, and it was brutal. So here's my cup of coffee. It's not cold, but it's fine because I have more ice cubes. Give me 1 second. Let me go grab my coffee cup. Okay. What do I want for breakfast? I think I'm just gonna have some hash browns. Simply for the fact that I want to get rid of these. These are not good. Well, I mean, okay, it's not that they're not good. I've had better. I really, really, really like the hash brown, like the hash brown patties, like, you know, like the actual patties, like how you would get from McDonald's. I really like the ones from Trader Joe's. These ones I got from an Asian market. I don't know. I don't really like them. They're TJ Farms Select. So I don't know what that means. I saw them, so I got them. Okay, should I use my oven or should I use my air fryer? I think I'm gonna use my air fryer. Yes. No, I think I'm just gonna use the oven today because I have some stuff on that counter that I'm in the middle of like organizing and reorganizing, and I kind of don't want to move everything. Okay. So the past few days I have been taking it a lot easier than I have been. I've been having some issues. I don't know if I overdid it last week or what it was, but ever since last week, like physically, I've just been kind of like, oh my God, I need to like stop. Cause I've been feeling really like sensitive and tender, if that makes sense. Like physically speaking. I'm just lining the baking tray thingy with some foil. Yeah, so I was feeling like really sore. Like everything that I did, like I just felt like it was just like the sense of soreness. And so, and then I've been getting this feeling in the pit of my stomach, and I've been getting it for years. It's not a big deal, so per se. It's not a big deal in the sense that, like, I know, well, I've been getting the feeling for like so many years, it's not like shocking to me anymore, you know? And it's like that feeling of like, the only way I can describe it is like, you know, when you get nervous and like that sickening feeling in the pit of your stomach. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but it's like that, like, ugh, in like the deep, that's what I feel like. Alexa, set timer for 8 minutes. But that's what I've been feeling. Let's finish, oof, making my coffee. And I'll get twinges of that like from time to time, and it is just, I don't like it. It hurts, you know, and it doesn't make me feel good. But aside from that, I guess I've been okay. Like I was saying before, there was like a week or two where where I was just in like deep soul draining pain. It wasn't like somebody hit me or I pulled something or anything like that. It was like a deep in my soul. It was just a deep ache. You know what I mean? Like deep ache pain rather than like a ow pain. And that makes, sorry, I'm trying to close the cupboard. That makes a huge difference sometimes because okay, I have like syrups here that I want to add, so yeah, so after those 2 weeks, things got a lot better. The initial pain was just, oh my gosh, you know? But like I was explaining to my doctor, it was one of those things where you don't realize that is what you're experiencing. Ah, shoot. You don't realize that is what you're experiencing until it's past. You know what I mean? So like, I was in a lot of pain. But I didn't realize how relieving it was to be out of pain until that pain had passed. And so now I just feel more like sore and stuff like that from like moving around too much. Hold on. Let me angle you up a little bit. Sorry for the great view. Oh, I'm trying to see what you're seeing in the background there. Just putting a trash bag in my trash can. Oh. Yeah, so I'm feeling a lot better. I'm able to move around a lot more. There's still certain things that I can't do. Like I still can't really lift certain things on my right side. And I actually don't really want to push it. I don't really want to strain it. Because I feel like my body's gone through enough. To be quite honest. Okay. Gravity is a lot nicer to me these days. I know that before I was like, gravity's mean, gravity's not my friend. And gravity is still not like, I'm not inviting gravity over for a party. You know, like, gravity's not invited to my house, but gravity has been invited, or gravity will come out to at least have a coffee date, which is so relieving. I have been able to more and more sleep on my sides now. So liver resection, mine was, my left lobe was cut, so my resection, my scar swings over to my right? And, if you don't know, like basically like here's the middle, like here's where the top of your sternum is, and then like here's my belly button. So like my scar goes from here to my belly button, or almost my belly button, and then it swings around to over here. And I still feel a lot of numbness, and there's been times where the numbness kind of shifts a little bit, because it is like your nerve endings, your nerves, your sensitivity in like inside your body, your skin, everything is sort of, you know, healing back together, and things are starting to like engage and like start working again and things like that. So, I might be left with some actual numb spots, in the future, maybe not. I still have numb spots from my very first surgery. Back when I was 14, so 30 years ago. So those will probably never come back, because, I mean, it's been 30 years, like, you know, even if they were, like, open to being able to be fused back together and open and, like, you know, working again, I'm pretty sure after 30 years they've shriveled up if they haven't connected with something else. So, but yeah, so on my left side, more and more I'm able to sleep on my left side, and it isn't as painful anymore. I still feel like my organs all shift to my left side when I lay down on my left side, but it doesn't hurt as bad, I guess you could say, as it did before. Same thing with my right side. My right side, not as bad before, but still not as good as my left side. So on my right side, because that's where everything was done, I already knew it was going to take a little longer for me to be able to have full use, or full use of my right side. So I can only maybe lay on that side at an angle. I can't lay completely on my right side. I'm more like at an angle, and then when I am laid on that side, I can't fall asleep like that because it starts hurting too bad. So I do it long enough to sort of try to stretch out my lower back and maybe engage some other muscles that are probably still not working because I'm using other muscles more. because I'm babying, you know, my surgical area and all that kind of stuff. But I do feel so much better. Like, again, right at that 2-month mark, I was just like, oh my God, like, the fog of that crippling pain, the pain that makes you not want to get up, not want to move, you know. Once that passed, it was like my world opened up. It was like, oh my God, like now I can see the sun, I can smell the air, like now I can think of other stuff other than the pain. So, which is great. I'm no longer in any of the pain medications or the nausea medication or anything like that. I stopped taking that probably about like the 7th month or the 7th week out of surgery. Alexa, stop! Time to check the hash browns. I guess I've been talking for a full 8 minutes. Yeah, I still gotta move slowly. Okay, let's go check on my hash browns. When you cough and sneeze, you still kind of have to like hold yourself in, because you still don't have like complete control of all your muscles. Or like certain muscles haven't been used in a minute, you know. Hold on, let me. Okay. All right, so where were we? Oh, so my bed is pretty high. If you guys can see, it's like up to like almost to my hip. So because my bed is high and because I was limited in my movement, I had to have a stool so I can step up. So I was doing this. Okay, so, oh, let me show you. So here's my steps, right? So I've been stepping up because it limits the range of mobility that I need to have here, and then I'll just push my leg over, and then I'll get in this way, and then I'll just move and adjust myself accordingly. Because I was having trouble just literally sitting on, like how normal people do, you know what I mean? Like sit on your bed and then like scoot in or whatever. I couldn't do that with my abs and stuff like that. So, or my midsection. So, because I couldn't do that, luckily I had a couple of stools in the house. I had a really old stool that ended up breaking, which I'm really thankful it broke the 2nd month after I was out of the hospital, because if it had broken the 1st month, I surely would have hit the ground. There was no way I would have been able to save myself because of the range of mobility and the pain that I was in. Like, there's no way I could have saved myself from hitting the ground. And that would have been so bad. But anyways, that stool broke. So this one I've had, oh my God, I've had this stool since my daughter was a baby, because I remember I bought it specifically. I bought it from IKEA. And I bought it specifically because it was a 2-step stool. And it would have ended up being the perfect height for her to step up and be able to reach the sink without like slipping, falling, reaching, or anything like that. And also she was small enough to kind of sit in it and use it like as a desk if she wanted to. So I've had this for over 20 years and it's solid wood. It's solid as can be. So I started using this to get up on my bed and stuff like that. And to get up on my bed, I'm a little better now. I don't necessarily have to use the stool every single time, but for the days where I'm extremely tired or everything is just really sensitive in this area and stuff like that, I will use the step stool. I just don't want to strain myself. You know what I mean? Like, given just everything that's going on and stuff like that, I'm not really in a hurry. I don't want to strain myself. I don't want to hurt myself. So I'm just kind of, you know, taking things slow. Yeah. And then as far as sleeping and all that stuff goes, I'm able to sleep completely flat on my back now. I was able to do that right around the 8-week mark. So I've been able to sleep like flat on my bed. So if you guys remembered before, I had the wedge pillows, and I was able to put those away because it actually was starting to get a little cumbersome to sleep with those things everywhere, because I had 2 of them. It was basically like the span of my headboard. Like I had one here and then I had one here. So like one I had in like a sitting position, and then the other one I had in a laying down position. But it started not really working out, I guess, physically for me. So once I was able to lay down flat, so I put the 2 wedge pillows away. I still have this pillow. Like, what are these? Like these armchair pillows, like a backrest armchair pillow. I've had this one forever. It was brown corduroy, but I bought like a little gray, like velour, velvet, whatever cover for it. So I have that in the middle of my bed. I have a queen size bed, so I do have the luxury of like rolling around if I need to, or spreading out. I have 4 pillows because sometimes I need a little bit more, I guess, cushioning or like prop up and stuff. Sometimes I'll sleep like completely flat down. Sometimes I'm angled a little bit. So it really depends on like how I'm feeling, how my body's feeling, what position I can get into that is most comfortable for me. Oh, that's Alexa again. Alexa, stop! Let's go check. Yeah, so I'm still moving weirdly. Like, normally in this position, sitting on a bed, I can just get up, you know, head first, or like, you know, push my butt up. Or, you know what I mean. But because of all this, I still got to scoop my butt to the edge, and then I can lift my body up. I'm standing a lot straighter these days. Everything right in here is very tight. Extremely tight. Because of the scar. And honestly, I don't know if it's because it's my original scar, or the second scar that's there too, like the, what do you call it? Oh my god, the new scar. There you go. Like my new incision, like from my current surgery, like from my recent surgery. I don't know if it's that. They should not lift things. I don't like these hash browns very much. Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Starting now.
Okay. I still have, like right now I have like a couple of pains, like, and they're kind of piercing and they are very uncomfortable. Nah, I don't think I want a waffle. I think I'm just gonna have 2 hash browns today. I don't think I want a waffle. Okay. Hi everybody. I'm back. Okay, so earlier today what I did was I had breakfast, took out the trash. You guys saw a little bit of that. Since then I've just kind of been laying around, honestly. I'm tired and I'm quite sore. I did a lot of work around the house the past few days, so I've been able to go kind of like in spurts. So I'll have like 2 or 3 days where I feel pretty good and I have the energy and everything, so I'll be able to kind of do things around the house, like organize and, you know, sort through things and whatever. And then there's a couple of days where I just don't feel good, like I'm sore, or I'm hurting, or I'm just nauseous. I was feeling a little nauseous yesterday. I thought I was going to feel nauseous today again. And I did not this morning until like right now. I just ate. I just had a little bit of lunch. And yeah, suddenly I kind of feel a little nauseous. So we'll see how the day progresses. It is about 2:30 right now, so it's the afternoon. I hear gardeners of like the lawnmower thing outside. So, but yeah, so let's get back to updating. Yeah, so it's been about 9-10 weeks since my surgery. I'm feeling pretty good. Again, there's still days where I just don't feel as well and things like that. I'm in my 40s, and again, everybody heals differently. A lot of it also has to do with, like, you know, your age, your health, and your physical, like, you know, how physical you were beforehand and things like that. Just a reminder for me, last July I ended up in the emergency room, and I ended up having to have a tube stuck into my side right under my left breast. So I had a tube basically from July, like the end of June when they put it in, till February, this past February when I had my surgery. So for all those months I had a tube right in my side, which basically hindered me from doing a lot of things. Like, I couldn't really use my abs for a lot of things. I couldn't crunch down, I couldn't do sit-ups because of where the tube was located. I couldn't wear a bra. I couldn't wear anything too tight around my stomach area at all. Like, it was just, oh my god, it was bad. So after sorry if you guys can hear the lawnmower. That's just part of life. Let me see if I can let me try to close the window. Hold on. Again, I still can't, like, just move any old, okay, hope that's a little better. I still can't just, like, move around like normal. So I still kind of have to, sorry, just looking out the window. I still kind of have to shift a little bit, you know, here and there. But what was I saying? Oh, everybody heals at different rates. So for me, since like the end of June, early July of last year, I had a tube that was already in my side. So that hindered a lot of my movement. So during chemo, I think I would have been able to have a lot better activity and things like that if it wasn't for the fact that I did have the tube in my side. So I had the tube that was sticking out of my body, which basically was about 3 feet long, and then it had a huge bag at the end of it because the bile in my liver that was not able to drain into my intestine because of the cancer growth, like it had to go somewhere. So it came out of my body into the bag. So there were limited things that I can do. If I didn't have the tube and I didn't have the bag, I can probably still have my regular exercises, like, or be able to go and do my regular exercises and, you know, things like that. Yes, it was quarantine, but, you know, I guess that is the one thing that kind of fell into place for me. Like, we were already told that we had to self-quarantine anyways, and since I was sick, it was just safer for me to stay at home anyways, you know, so, you know. And then, yeah, so there was that, and then I had my surgery, the liver resection surgery. So I haven't been able to use my center core for almost a year now, since last June. You know, so a lot of the muscles have slowly started to re-engage back. There was a lot of time because of where the tube was and everything, I couldn't straighten up. So like my shoulders and just like my upper shoulders, my upper back. That's why I'm having a lot of like issues now with just like soreness and everything, because I think my muscles are readjusting back to using like my actual muscles, since the tube is out, the incision is pretty much you know, healed up. I don't have to like hunch down anymore because I might rip the incision open or anything. So that's also a good thing. So I feel a little bit more free. I still can't wear an underwire or anything like that. I still can't wear anything that's too tight around my midsection, because the skin around my incision is still, there's days where it's like so sensitive, where like I'm just like, I just want to cry. Like, you blow on me and it hurts like hell. And then there are other days where it's just numb, you know. So I still have a couple of points in the incision area where I still get the sharp pains. It hasn't gotten worse and it hasn't lessened, so it's kind of like the same. So I don't know. But I am able to talk a little better now. I have a little bit of airflow. I'm able to cough, as where before I couldn't get my stomach muscles to really engage, I guess you can say, so I can cough in a normal way. I'm able to do that now. I can blow my nose now. Oh my God, like that's so nice. Like when you just have like runny nose and you can't blow because you can't use those muscles, like, oh my gosh. And then I went from not being able to sneeze, so like my body can sneeze, but I, like, my body would sneeze, but because the muscles weren't engaging, my sneeze didn't come out like a sneeze. Same thing with my cough, so it was more like a, like I was like choking because I couldn't use those muscles. And it's crazy because I haven't been able to use certain muscles for almost a year now, so because like other muscles were engaged to substitute, you know what I mean, because I couldn't straighten up my back and, you know, things like that. So other muscle groups other muscle groups started working in its existence, in its way. But now that I'm a little bit more back to normal, those muscles are trying to retrain and trying to like learn to, oh yeah, we can wake up now and we can, you know, be the star attraction. As you heard me try to cough and try to, or like clear my throat right now, that's kind of as like much as I can, like hard as I can cough while still being comfortable. Because I really don't have a lot of control still. I have better control, just not a lot. So I can't, like, just like a normal person would be able just to go like, and like clear the throat or cough. But I don't have that capacity yet. So I'm still kind of like, you know, like still trying to work those muscles back to normal. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah, I'm feeling good. It looks like my battery's flashing. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I think I'm gonna start vlogging a little bit each day, just to kind of keep up with my own little journal, keep up with my own little progress. We'll see what I can get done. A lot of like the organization and stuff like that, a lot of the big stuff like unpacking the apartment, my daughter did for me right when we moved in, and like like during my surgery and stuff like that. So now it's just kind of like odds and ends. Like I just ordered like a brand new set of like pots and pans, because pots, pans, silverware, right? Yeah, pots, pans, and silverware, because a lot of my pots, like the knobs are coming off or the handles are loose. Like I've had this set for, and it's a mixed up like mismatched set. I've had it for like over 15 years or so. So I was like, you know what, new place, new me. let's start anew. So let's get some new pots and pans and new silverware, because somehow I have like 15 spoons, but I only have like 4 forks. I don't know how that happened. And some of them match, some of them don't. So everything that I'm not using or will no longer be using, I will be donating. I'm trying not to be so much of a hoarder. It's not that I hoarded things, it's more like I didn't have a complete set, so I just kind of kept whatever I can get. But now that I'm purchasing complete sets of things, it's going to be different. So I'm looking into knife blocks right now, because the other day this past weekend my daughter was cooking, and she was just like cutting or chopping something, and 3 different knives all broke in her hand. Like the handle just... So I was like, okay, it's time for a new knife set, because that knife block I've had for over 10 years for sure. So I'm gonna get a new knife set as well. If you guys have any recommendations for a knife set, let me know. I'm looking at the Cuisinart, just like a starter block. It has like a self-sharpening thing on top where you can just like, you know, I just need something simple. Because I also have my butcher knife, like my, you know, because I'm Chinese, I need to have a butcher's knife. And it's like a little tiny one. It's not like a big one. I would like to eventually have a big one, but then I would eventually also like to have a huge butcher's block. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna go for now. I'm gonna edit this and see how fast I can get this up. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping up with me. If you have any questions or anything like that, let me know. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try to vlog a little bit each and every day to try to get my brain working again. Yeah, so I will see you guys next time.